Hello and welcome to the Yogscast. In this video I'm going to show you my preparations for day 1 of Cataclysm launch and talk you through my route that I will be taking when I log in on that day. Obviously what you can do is you can queue up a load of dailies in your quest log. As you can see, I've got a whole quest log full of these dailies. You can hand them all in for XP, which will give you a nice boost towards 81. If you want to level up quickly to 85 or just have something to do before Cataclysm is released and give yourself a little bit of a head start, this is something that's really fun and cool to do. The best route if you're in a hurry is to actually log in at the Hodir dailies, hand them in, use your Crusaders tabard that you can buy with champion seals to transport to the Crusaders pinnacle, hand those in, and then fly over to the Ice Crown airship and hand the dailies in there. You should have about 25 from those alone. However, this character I'm planning on leveling, I don't have any. I've never done any of the Crusaders quests on it, so I don't actually have any of the dailies available there. So my route is slightly different. I'm going to hand in the Storm Peaks dailies here, and then I'm going to hand in a couple over the other side of Storm Peaks. This is going to take a little bit longer. If you took the ideal route, which would basically just be, you know, log in here, half to the Crusaders pinnacle, fly to the airship, back to Stormwind, and then straight to Hyjal, it will take you about 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes after logging in before you're in Hyjal, and you will have got about 45% of your way towards 81 just from handing in those dailies. Obviously that's a really sizable and pretty awesome boost. My route is a little bit longer, but it's still quicker than just going to Hyjal with an empty quest log and starting leveling straight away. It is worth having these prepared, and you know, I'm lucky enough that I've got a couple of the group quests left over, so they do give me very generous XP. So here I'm just handing in a few of the quests. I've got an add-on actually called Turn In, which is really useful. I'll link it to you in the comments. Basically all it does is it will instantly click through the quest text for you and press complete. If there's an item that you have to collect, then it won't do it for you. I've actually also got an Everfrost chip in my inventory, so I had 25 quests queued up and an Everfrost chip. You hand the Everfrost chip in to that guy up there. So I didn't actually optimize this very well, but you get the idea. So this guy takes those. That's a little bit of XP there from. So it's another 22k XP from handing that one in. I mean, it's kind of worth it. So there you go. Leaving here, I'm 15% of the way already. I've got a little bit of rested, and the reason for that is just because rested XP you can now get anywhere when you log out in the world. So I transferred this character over yesterday. I was just, I've been there obviously for like 6 hours, and that's just built up rested XP from me just standing there. That's a really cool change. It means you don't have to be logged out in an inn when you do that. So here I am in Frosthold, handing in a few quests that I'd never done on this character before. I've got this one to hand in, the Relics of Ulduar, so you know that's an extra one in my log that I'd never handed in. That's kind of handy. I mean, it's small fry this really. I mean, the thing is, if you have all the dailies on the boat and the Crusaders pinnacle, you don't have to have this extra flying about, and it's a bit kind of annoying for me to have to do this. My original plan here was to actually fly to Dalaran to hand in the weekly quest, but I realised that this actually gave no XP. Also, I do actually have a couple of quest items in my inventory. I have the sealed vial of poison and the waterlogged recipe. These are the looted items from the fishing and cooking dailies that you can hand in, but they actually don't give XP either. I didn't realise this, so I just wanted to test it out. This kind of makes it worthless going to Dalaran at all, so if you can skip it, do so. So yeah, here I am approaching the boat, my last stop in Ice Crown. It's been about, I think I timed it at 5 minutes since I started. In this recording I did actually fudge around. I went to Dalaran and tested some stuff out, and I did a bit of herbing as well to see whether that gave XP, and it does. But it's kind of not worth doing that really. You want to just head straight to Hyjal as soon as possible. So just handing in these dailies. This one's a bit annoying because the add-on sort of doesn't really like it. And then yeah, straight away, half back to Stormwind. Obviously it's going to be entirely dependent on you, what quest you've got left, how you want to run it, whether you want to just hand them in at one location then half straight away. That will probably be a good way to do it if you didn't fancy fudging around too much. It's all about how much preparation you're willing to put in. As you can see, I've actually obtained a head of Onyxia here, and I'm going to hand that in when I go to Stormwind. I mean, handing the head in is really only like a 30-second detour to fly up and over into the place anyway, so you know that is kind of worth 30,000 XP that you get from doing it. So here I am in Stormwind. As soon as you go in, you actually get a quest given to you straight away. It comes up in the quest log. But the first thing you actually want to do is get on your ground mount and fly to the flying trainer. You can't fly in Stormwind or Orgrimmar if you're Horde until you've spoken to the flying trainer and learned Azerothi flying. So you head over here. Let's talk to this guy. You can also train 310 speed as well for, what's that, 4,250? I think it's only supposed to be 4,000. Maybe I'm not exalted with whoever sells that. That's possible, I suppose. I thought it was only 4,000. I don't know. Anyway, that's marginal, isn't it? Tiny cost. Look, I've got like 4 flipping portable hulls there and a Traveller's Mammoth I can afford. 310 speed. Yep, so once you've picked up Azerothi flying, you can just head over to hand in this quest, which only takes a quick second. Down these stairs. Yum-tum. There we go.
You need something?
Give me that one, any old one. I'll sell those later on the Traveller's Tundra Mammoth, no big deal. So while I'm here in Stormwind, I'm actually going to train my new levels of trade skill. This is optional, but obviously if you are a miner or a herbalist, you are going to need the new ranks when you go out. So remembering to train these is probably a good thing, even if you are, you know, in a rush to level up. Mining and herbing nodes do give you XP, so it's kind of like the equivalent of killing a mob, mining a node these days, which is good. They're fairly sparse, the mining and herbing nodes in Vashir and Hyjal, and also Oldham. They're not very abundant in Oldham, but they're quite abundant in Deepholm. So it is worth having the trade skills. So yeah, once you're done with flying and trade skills, you can move on to go to this portal area, the new portal area where you got the quest, which was the one you got when you zoned into Stormwind, which is to talk to Narat, the Earth Speaker. He's actually over here, and he will give you a little bit of XP, I think. Yep, and ask you to click on this pool of water thing here. You click on that, and it will do the Deepholm cutscene that you've seen. You can actually skip this by pressing escape, I think.
Citizen.
Yep. Citizens. So there you go, that's a quick 22k XP, can't complain about that. And he will ask you to go to Vashir. Oh, okay, that's not the quest for Hyjal. Oh, damn, I forgot to go and pick up the quest at the bounty board. Okay, don't worry about that. So here's the quest from the bounty board. Heroes call Mount Hyjal. This sends you over to a lady in Stormwind Keep, who will secure you transportation to Mount Hyjal. It's just over here. This is a fairly standard thing that everyone's going to have to be doing, you know, so, you know, don't worry about it too much. Where is she? Okay, she's here. I'm blind. She has some flavor text that my add-on just clicked instantly, so I didn't read it, but I think it basically just said teleport me to Moonglade. So you get teleported to Moonglade. There's a man with a quest here. Oh no, it's a woman. And she sends you onto this dragon, and you jump on the dragon, and it flies you off into a zone, just sort of So you'll suddenly be in. There you go, in Hyjal. Amazing. See, look at that, ridiculous. You can actually just fly straight up from Moonglade to Hyjal instead of taking this dragon, and you don't actually have to necessarily use this dragon, but it's kind of actually the same length of time. So, and also it's like autopilot, so you can go and make a cup of tea while it's going. So then look what's going on. There's fire, and then we've got enormous, amazing things going on here. Ragnaros will appear, by fire be purged, and all that. Oh no, it's Deathwing first, just chilling out there in your face. Breathing fire there. There we go. There's Ragnaros. Hello, friend. And okay, there we are. We're running away up to the top of Hyjal. So here we are at the top of Hyjal. I went and made a cup of tea. Actually, I'm now back. As you can see, I am 47% of the way towards level 81, which is really awesome. I've got a little bit of rested, but just ignore that. That doesn't really matter. That's just because I logged in later than I should have done. If you log in on day 1 of Cataclysm at 12 midnight, you won't have any rested XP, but if you log in like after 8 hours, you'll obviously have 8 hours of rested XP towards 81. So yeah, hopefully this video's been useful to everyone, and will give everyone a bit of an idea of what to do on day 1. A little bit more information. I think it takes about 3 hours to go through the entirety of Hyjal if you know the quests. If you don't know the quests, it will take a little bit longer. Once you get to the end of Hyjal, you've usually got about a level and a half worth of XP, so with the boost at the start, by the time you finish Hyjal, you should be about level 82 point something. The best option really, as soon as you hit level 82, is to half back to Stormwind and start on Deepholm. If you do this and you're one of the first people to do this, Deepholm will be very empty, which will make questing in it very pleasurable. However, I mean, obviously it's up to you the way you want to play through Cataclysm. I'm personally not going to be chasing server first 85, so I'm probably going to finish the zone and just take it easy and then probably go to bed. It's entirely up to you how you want to do it. If you are chasing server first 85, the key really is going to be just playing a lot, not sleeping, getting your son or girlfriend or dog to play your account while you're sleeping, as well as knowing the quests. I mean, knowing the quests is really advantageous, so you can watch the videos if you're interested. Another way that people level very, very quickly is through instances, so certainly normal mode Blackrock Caverns is a run that gives you a lot of XP. If you have a good guild group that you're willing to schedule for either the first night or a specific time, and say, look, we're going to do Blackrock Caverns at this time, that is going to be really, really good XP if you know what you're doing. We have put out a video yesterday which shows that instance and how to do all the bosses, so have a look at that. I'll put a little annotation in here. What else? Heirlooms, of course, don't work. Blizzard have disabled them, so don't think about those. Using those doesn't work. Cataclysm is obviously buyable via a digital download. You can get that on Battle.net, upgrade your account, have it pre-downloaded and be playing at midnight. I mean, that's really the best option to do. Also, I mean, that way you can have your account all set up so all your add-ons are working. Make sure you're prepared for leveling though. I mean, get a leveling spec. So, often a lot of talents that you wouldn't normally use are actually very, very useful in leveling. You don't need to be a full PvE talent spec. Oh yeah, when you go into Hyjal, you can actually bypass the starter quests and you can jump straight to this second hub, which is actually quite a nice thing to do if you're, if you want to get out of the initial rush quickly. The quest that actually takes you and allows you to discover the entrance to Blackrock Caverns is around here somewhere. It's a little exclamation mark. It's really obvious, you won't miss it. You just pop in there, discover the entrance, pop back, and then you can use the looking for group finder. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all of the things covered for if you're trying to push to server first level 85. If you want to push for some of the other server first, some of them are very, very easy and some of them are very, very hard. So for example, if you wanted to get like server first fishing or server first first aid, you know, they're very easy. Server first fishing, I'm sure there's going to be 5 or 6 people on my server going for that, you know, fishing in kind of Darnassus, because you can just skill it up anywhere. Server first aid, you need about 350 ember silk cloth, and you need to, you know, you can just train that up in Stormwind once you've got that many cloth. If you get all of your guildmates to farm some cloth for you or give it to you, you know, you can get that one if you're after it. Trying to do server first herbalism or mining or skinning is going to be something which is going to be a bit awkward, but it's going to be possible. I mean, probably the best way to do it is actually to go to, say, Ice Crown or Storm Peaks and do a route of collecting Saronite or Ice Thorn, because it will be absolutely deserted. Skill up until they're sort of green, and then I'm not quite sure where you would be on the herbs there, but you probably want to go to Oldham. You won't be able to go into Deepholm until you're level 82, but you can just fly into Oldham with, you know, by going over there. And if you are one of the first people in Oldham, you know, there won't be anyone else there. You'll be able to fly around and collect the herbs and the mining nodes. Obviously the problem with this is that the mobs will one-shot you, so this might be a bit dangerous, and, you know, in the long run possibly not the best plan. You probably might be just equally better off, you know, quickly leveling through Hyjal with herbalism and then going to Deepholm early and getting to the cap there. Going for the server first of more of the other trade skills is sometimes difficult because, you know, leveling those last 5 points up to the cap can be very, very difficult, especially if it's something like cooking that requires, you know, you doing the daily multiple times, or some of the other ones that require rare items for you to be able to skill up to the cap. So certainly trying to power level to those will be difficult unless you've got a lot of money, and there may well be an auction house baron on your server who decides that he wants to get server first dual crafting or whatever. So unless you're rich, you might want to stay out of the game on those ones. So yeah, thanks for watching this. Hopefully this has been some help to you, and if not, it's been interesting. Let me know if you kind of like this sort of style of video or not. I'd also be really interested to hear if any of you actually managed to get any server firsts, so send us screenshots and stuff, that would be awesome. And, you know, good luck out there with the leveling, and have fun, most importantly, and don't overdo it either. Like, god damn it, you only get like a flipping or it's not even achievement, it's like a feat of strength, and you get your name announced on the server. So at the end of the day, these things aren't really worth doing. Don't like kill yourself over it, and take it easy, guys. Be sensible. Half the time you'll be beaten by people who are like paying a Chinese man to like play their character or some bullshit like that anyway, so don't sweat it if you find yourself behind, and just go to bed and get some bloody sleep, alright?